The governor issued 3 more executive orders today. They deal with expanded testing, data sharing, and mandating workers' comp plans cover telemedicine. He also talked about the timeline on when Arizona could start to reopen the economy. Our political editor, Dennis Welch, is here to break it down for us. And Dennis, we saw you get into kind of a heated conversation with the governor over a voting issue and how this health crisis might affect our election.
Yeah, you got to remember, so since this COVID-19 outbreak, there has been a debate here in Arizona, all across the country, at whether or not states should go to an all mail-in ballot election. Now, Democrats have been arguing across the country, again here in Arizona, that this is the safest way to, to avoid the COVID-19 outbreak and avoid risks to poll workers. But Republicans, particularly Republican President Donald Trump, has said that mail-in elections, well, this leads to voter fraud. So I asked Dr. Kara Chris, the state's top health official, if it was safer for Arizona to hold an all-mail-in election this year, starting in August. And here what you'll see is the end of Chris' answer, with the governor unexpectedly stepping in.
I think it'll depend on if we get a second wave, where we are with influenza at that time, because that's the start of our flu season as well. So we'll be taking all of that into account.
And I really didn't know that that voting was a medical decision. I thought it was a. I want to answer the question. I'm going to answer the question, please, as asked. I'm going to answer the question as asked. Voting is an individual right and liberty, and no one is better in the United States of America at it than the state of Arizona. 74% of our citizens already vote by mail. And if people want to vote by mail in November, they have months and months and months in which to make that decision. We're not going to disenfranchise anyone from voting on Election Day. We're going to have more availability to vote, not less.
Now, regarding that disenfranchisement, now asking for an all mail-in ballot election does not disenfranchise anybody. It simply means that the state would be sending out ballots to every single registered voter. Now, I also want to hit on that idea that this leads to voter fraud. Recently, I had spoken to the Attorney General here in Arizona, and over the past 10 years, they said they've only prosecuted 30 cases of voter fraud, and most of those involve people who are voting in different states. Guys, back to you.
And that's pretty much the case nationwide. Dennis, thank you very much.